welcome again, everybody. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Mindy Deeble. I'm a Blue Diamond at Trinot. And tonight, my goal is to show you how to take your life to the next level in 2024. What I love most about Trinot is we get to help you improve the top two things that everybody wants to improve or change, and that is their health and their finances. And Trinot provides resources and solutions for you to win in those two arenas. So I love it. I know that our products have blessed me in a major way with my health. And of course, financially, it has been amazing, unbelievable what it's done for our family. And there is no reason why you can't do the same things. But here's what I will tell you. There's two things that are going to make the difference for you. First of all, you have to know it is not about your ability, okay? It's about your commitment. Are you committed to make those changes that you put in that, in that chat, whether it be, your finances, with your health? Are you committed? Because commitment is key, and we're going to talk a little bit about this. But the second thing that is going to be the game changer for you is treating this like a big business, treating it like a multi-million-dollar company instead of a hobby. See, a lot of people, they get started in this industry, or they get started with Trinot, and it costs them very little compared to traditional business to get started, right? For me, when I first got in this industry 18 years ago, it was $500. Yet we owned businesses. In fact, we were in the franchise space that cost us thousands of dollars. And I treated those bigger business, or those franchises, right, traditional businesses, like big business, because it cost me a lot of money to get started. And my, the company that I started with that only cost me $500, I treated it like a hobby. Now, here's the problem: is none of my hobbies have ever made me any money, right? And so it wasn't until I realized, what, if I treat this like it cost me thousands of dollars to get started, like a multi-million-dollar company, I could make millions of dollars. And here's what happened. When I started treating it like a multi-million-dollar business, guess what? We built a multi-million-dollar company. I made over 8 figures in that arena. So the first thing I want you to write on your piece of paper is, I own a multi-million-dollar business. Treat it like a multi-million-dollar business. And I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? But I promise you, if you treat it like a big business, you can create whatever kind of income you want to. I know that because I know what my husband and I have been able to do. And if I can do it, each and every one of you can do it. I'm going to show you what it's going to take to make that happen. So, number one, treat it like a big business. So what does a big business do first? They create a business plan. It's hard to get someplace if you don't know where you're going, right? So we're going to talk about where we're going, what it's going to take to make that happen. I'm going to pull up some slides here. And the first thing with your business plan is you've got to have some targets, okay? Now, the great thing is that there is money on the table for you in the very beginning with our rank retention bonuses, with our monthly bonuses, customer bonuses, all of those things. So I'm going to talk about what that is. First of all, the first thing you want to run for is our Jade position, because that's $1,000 bonus that's on the table for you. So if you got started in December, I want you to look at, the things that you want to run for because you started in December. For example, if you started in December, as long as you hit Jade by January 31st, there's $1,000 bonus for you. Now, if for some reason you don't hit Jade by January 31st, you can still run for our Opal Pearl position, okay? And if you hit Opal Pearl by February 29th, there's $1,500. Now, if you hit Jade by January 31st, and you also hit Opal Pearl by February 29th, you get both bonuses, okay? There is up to $20,000 in bonuses on the table for you for running fast. So if you had a December start date, these are the goals that you want to run for that $20,000. Now, if you got started in January, maybe you just got started tonight, okay? You have, so anytime in January, okay, You have till February 29th to hit the Jade position. Opal Pearl, March 31st. So take a screenshot of this, take a picture of this so that you know your goals and what you're running for. And I'm going to help you come up with a business plan for this. But this is the bonuses we want to run for so we don't leave any money on the table. Okay, now let's develop your business plan. Step one, every big business, they have a business plan. So why are you here? It's Tuesday night. There's so many different things you could be doing. What are your short-term goals? What I mean by that is, you're super busy. If you guys are like me, when I got in this industry, I'm still a mom, but I was a mom of young kids. My youngest was 7, my oldest was 13. We had a million things going on. My husband owned traditional business. I was a preschool teacher. I had no business being in business, but this is where I was. Okay. So there was a certain amount of money that I had to make it worth my time. I know you're busy. What is that amount of money that you need to make this worth your time? And I want you to put a money goal next to it. Okay. So for me, for example, I wanted to be home with my kids. How did I do that? Well, I needed to replace my preschool income. Okay. So there was a certain amount of money that I needed to make to replace that income. Secondly, I wanted to be able to send my husband, employees on the road so my husband could come home. Okay. So other employees on the road for my husband to come home. So there was a certain amount of money that we needed to make so that my husband could be home more often. So my first goal, the amount that I needed to make it worth my time, was $10,000 a month. I just thought if I could make $10,000 a month, that would change everything for me. In the beginning. Now, was it my big audacious goal? No, but it was my first goal. Okay. So what's your first goal? I'm going to show you how to make that happen. And then long term, how big can you think? Like, how much money do you want to make that gets you totally excited, that gets you dreaming? So for me, I always thought, man, if somebody else could make $1 million, why not me, right? So I thought $100,000 a month would be amazing. Now, I had no idea how to create that, but that was my big audacious goal 18 years ago, $100,000 a month. If I could do that, then that would be huge. I want to know what your short-term goal is. How much money do you need to make it worth your time? And then long-term, what's your big audacious goal? Write that down and put a monthly, number to that. Okay. So, once you do that, I'm going to show you how we're going to make that happen. So, now that you've got your money goals there, let's talk about the building block of Trinot. Okay. So our position that is our building block to take you to the next level is our Jade position or our Jeep position. Maybe you've heard about the Jeep position. Okay. That's the second position in the company. That's the goal that we want to get you to right away. And as you saw, right, those of you who joined in December, we want to get that done by January 31st. Those of you who joined in January or joining now, anytime in January, you have till February 29th to get it done. I'm going to show you how to do it in your first couple of weeks or less. Okay. So there is still time for you to do it. If you got started in December, I'm going to show you how to get that done. So that you can get that money in your pocket, but also understand the building block of our company. What I can tell you is once you hit this position, then you actually know how to hit every position in the company. Is that exciting or what? Because all you're going to do is duplicate this out. So for example, what is this Jeep position? Well, it's you basically getting 3 business partners. Okay. So I want you to write 3 names down of people that that either want more time or more money in their life, right? Or just are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay. Or somebody that maybe would love to own their own online company, would love to be home with their kids, or whatever it is. Write those 3 names down. I'm going to show you how to get those business partners, but you just need to get 3 business partners, and then we're going to help those 3 business partners get some customers and get business partners to build a big, solid business. Okay. So if you just helped those 3 business partners get their 3 business partners, and get customers, okay? Whether they get transform customers or whatever, the goal is to create a volume of 1,500 points or more. Okay, so the cool thing about this, to create that set monthly pay, we get those customers on auto ship, we're rocking and rolling, okay? So once you create that 1,500 in group volume with your team of people and you've got your 3 business partners, and you've done 100 in personal volume, then guess what? You've qualified for the Jeep position. And the great thing about this is you do that in your very first month, you're going to make $1,000. I'll show you how that will all happen for you. And once you do that, now this is the building block. All you have to do is, if you just help other people do the same thing, then you're going to grow. So for example, those 3 business partners, you get them to the Jeep position, you'll create the volume of Pearl, and that's about $1,000 a month. So if your minimum amount you need to make this worth your time is $1,000 a month, then what I want you to do is write down Pearl. Your goal is to get to Pearl right away, okay? And how do you get to Pearl? You help 3 people get to the Jeep position. Okay, now I want to talk to some Canadians here really quick, okay? US numbers are on the left side, Canada numbers are on the right side. Okay, so the cool thing is that you're going to see, like, if you hit the Jeep or the Jade position, and you hit the Pearl position. Okay, so you hit the Pearl position, then in Canada it's about $1,280. Okay, in the US it's $1,000. Just so you kind of know. Okay, now maybe you said, you know, I got to make at least $2,000 a month or more to make this worth my time. Then I want you to write down that you've got to get to Ruby, and how you get to Ruby is you help 6 people in your organization get to the Jeep position. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to get them to the Jeep position, but that's your goal. Maybe you said, to make this worth my time, I've got to make at least $5,000 a month. Well, then what we've got to do is get you to Sapphire. Okay, now what that is helping 12 people get to the Jeep position. You help 12 people get to the Jeep position, you're going to create the volume of Sapphire, and that's about $5,000 a month. Maybe you said, you know, I got to make at least 6 figures a year or more. Then we've got to help 25 people get to the Jeep position. And that is going to create $9,000 a month or more for you. Okay, you're rocking and rolling, and you want to get to Emerald. Okay, so we'll show you how to do all that. The goal is to help you get to Emerald in your first 8 months, regardless, because there's $20,000 on the table for you in rank retention bonuses, on top of the set monthly pay of you know, that 6-figure a year income. So we want to help you do that quickly. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay. So how do we do this? Well, you are in your first week. Now, if you're not in your first week, it's okay. Okay. Today's a new day. We're starting today. And the goal is this next week, we are going to go connect with people. A lot of people ask me, what's the work in this business? It's talking to people. The more people you talk to, the more people you connect with, guess what? The more money you're going to make. You talk to a lot of people, you're going to get a lot of customers, you're going to get a lot of business partners. Guess what? You're going to make more money, right? And so the cool thing is we have an incredible way for you to connect. Now, you know people, but then also there are people online that you don't even know. So we're going to show you how to get to both. In the beginning, because again, you're treating this like a multi-million-dollar company, a big business, right? The first thing a big business does, they have a big grand opening event to let everybody know they are in business. So you're going to want to do the same thing. Now, one of the ways that you can have a big grand opening event is by having a big Zoom event where you invite people to come to this event, and then they see, you know, the turnout overview. You're going to get customers, you're going to get business partners. So to do that, remember, this is a numbers game, okay? The first thing you want to do is do a Facebook Live through social media. We'll teach you how to do that. But if you do a Facebook Live, that's the first beginning stage of kind of letting people know you're in business. How do you do a Facebook Live? Well, you'll jump on And with your mentor, okay, so you're not going to have to do this alone. We'll actually show you how to do it, but basically jump on and just share your why. Hey friends, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I just got started with an incredible company, that is changing lives in a major way, focused on the two main things that everybody wants to improve or change, which is their health and their finances. I am definitely focused on doing both of those things. I want to introduce my mentor, and they're going to tell you a little bit more about it. Your mentor jumps on, and your mentor can help you. If you don't know how to do a Facebook Live, they can show you how to do it, but your mentor will jump on really quick, share a brief vision of our company, talk a little bit about our revolutionary product and how it's changing lives. And then what's going to happen? I mean, we're talking like this is a Facebook Live that's 5 or 10 minutes or less. Okay. It's just real quick. But then anybody that likes that Facebook Live, just even if they heart that Facebook Live or they comment on that Facebook Live, we're going to show you how to connect to those people and invite them to your grand opening event. Okay, now the great thing is you can either have a grand opening event that your mentor and you do, right? Where you invite the people, and your goal is to get 15 people in front of it in the first week, or you can just invite them to our overviews. We have overviews every single night that you can invite to, and the goal is in the first week just to get 15 people in front of it. How do you get 15 people in front of it? Well, I suggest, because it's a numbers game, make a list of about 50 people. Why 50 people? Well, because you're going to connect with 50 people, but maybe only get a hold of 40 of those 50 people. Then out of the 40 people that you get a hold of, 30 will say, yes, I will jump on that grand opening event, Zoom. But then out of the 30 people that say, yes, they'll jump on, 15 will flake, right? Half will flake and 15 will show up. But the cool thing is, if you invite 50 people and you get 15 people in front of it, well, the numbers are for every 4 to 5 people that see this, 1 will join. Okay, so I'm giving you these numbers so you understand how simple this can be for you. If you just got 15 in front of it, then expect to get about 3 business partners right away. You're rocking and rolling. Let's say that Bob, Susan, and Lori become your business partners. Well, now you have another 12 people that could be your customer. Okay. And the great thing is if you just got 10 of the 12 people as a customer, then you're starting to make money. In fact, you can see you would hit our first position in the company, make $100. And then let's say Bob, Susan, and Lori joined with the gold volume packs. Okay. You'd make $300 in that. 10 Transformer Glow customers is $260. You'd make $660 in your very first week. Now watch this. Bob, Susan, and Lori, they're going to want to do what you just did, right? So we help them do the same thing. They each get their 3 business partners and their 10 customers or more, right? They're making money. And what's great about this, in your week 2, you just qualified for the Jeep. Now, I hope you get excited about this, because those of you who said, I got to make at least 6 figures a year or more, now all you have to do is help 25 people do exactly this. This is why some people have hit the emerald position in a very, very short period of time, because, it is simple. Will it take work? Absolutely. But it's simple math. Your job, you get the people in front of it, you're going to get business partners, you're going to get customers, and I'm going to show you what to say, what to do to get the people to be attracted to what we're doing, okay? Okay, now watch this. Because you did this in your first couple of weeks, do you know what you just did? You made $2,160. You got to Jade in your first month, so you made that $1,000 with the Onyx money, and then of course the Jade in your first month. You got Transformer Glow customers, so you made $260. You got launch bonuses from the people who joined with the gold position packs. And then you also got the Jade monthly bonus of $250. If you choose to get the Jeep stipend, that's $350. So based on this hypothetical, you made $2,160 in your first couple of weeks. Now, I got to know who's excited about that. If you're excited about that, drop it in the chat. Awesome. I see some people excited. Awesome. Okay. No reason why you can't do that. And the cool thing is we get paid weekly. So you can start getting paid right away. Okay. Now let's go back to this, this next section here. Okay. I want you to see how quickly this can duplicate because I'm going to show you how to make $5,000 if you choose to in your first 4 weeks. Okay, so watch this, okay? You just made, or you just got to the Jeep position. Now, what if this just continues to duplicate out? If everybody just brings in 3 business partners and they're growing their team, they're getting customers, business partners. Well, in week 3, guess what? You have 27 people join your organization. You would actually hit the Pearl position. If they're doing 200 in volume each, okay, that's the volume of Pearl. In week 4, you would hit Ruby, but you know what? You would really actually almost be a Sapphire if it worked out perfectly like this. Now, what I can tell you, it's not going to work out exactly like this. Not every single person will bring in 3 business partners and get 10 customers. Some will do more, some will do less, some won't do anything, right? But what if half of the people just did this? What if just 50% of the people actually did what I'm showing you? Well, the great thing is guess what? You would have 66 people join your organization. You would create 13,200 in volume if everybody did that 200 PV, which some are going to do more, some are going to do less. It averages out about 200 PV. And the cool thing is that you would make with all of our bonuses, you would hit the Ruby position and create a set monthly pay of $2,000 a month. In your first month. Who would be excited about an extra $2,000 a month coming in every single month? The other cool thing is that you got bonuses on top of that. Okay, so you would make in your first 4 weeks $4,910 based on this hypothetical here in the US. Okay, it's more in Canada. I thought I had the Canadian number, sir. I guess I don't, but you kind of understand, okay? It's going to be even more in Canada, but $4,910, okay? And if you maintain this for 2 months, then you're also going to get a rank retention bonus of additional $2,500 just for, rocking and rolling and doing this. So I hope you get excited about this. There's no reason why you can't create this. And let me show you how quickly you can even grow faster, okay? So we have some people that have hit the diamond position even in 60 days. Some have done it, some have taken longer. Lori Allen, I'm not sure if she's on here right now, but in her first 10 months, she hit the diamond position. That diamond position is $17,500 a month. How did she do that? Well, if you just help 5 people do that Ruby position, just what I showed you, okay? 5 people do that, that's $9,000 a month for you. Help another 5 do that, that's $17,500 a month for you. Do you realize that there is absolutely no reason why you can't? This will take work, it will take commitment, but if you're serious, there's no reason why you can't. So I hope you get excited about this business plan. And I hope you understand that truly it's just a numbers game. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to connect with the people. I'm going to show you what to do. The next step is talking to you about what it takes to make it happen. You see, have you noticed in every industry that, there are the top producers, like real estate, for example, okay? Real estate, there are top producers. They're making all this money, right? And then there's like 97% of the people that are living paycheck to paycheck. Have any of you noticed that, right? In regular business, okay, Trinot's no different, okay? 97% of the people are living paycheck to paycheck. 3% are top producers, wealthy, making it happen. Do you want to know what the difference between the 3% and 97% of the people are? The 3%ers are willing to do what 97% of the people are not willing to do. Just like first week of January, how many people set New Year's resolution goals, right? Everybody sets New Year's resolution goals, but do you know that most of the people give up on their New Year's resolution goals after their very first week? And it's the 3%ers that stick with it that make it happen. So what's the difference? I'm going to tell you the 5 things that you're going to want to combat for you to have massive success in Trinant. You guys get excited about that? You want to know what it is? What makes a top producer a top producer? Okay. Number 1 is focus. The key to success is focus. It's hard to get someplace if you don't know where you're going, right? Just like the reason why people give up on their New Year's resolution goals is because they forget. How many of you have set a goal and then it's like the very next day you forgot the goal that you set, right? That's happened to me before. And it's because we get distracted. If you guys are like me, we have kids, we have emails to get to, we have social media, we have all these things, right, that can distract us from getting to the big picture of what we truly want. So the first thing I'm going to tell you to do, these goals that you have in front of you, you want to have them in front of you everywhere you go. Now, I'm going to tell you my story because 20 years ago, I realized the power of intention. I realized the power of what comes into your mind comes into your life, okay? And 20 years ago, I got committed to putting the things that I truly wanted in my life out in front of me as if it was in concrete. I got super focused and I made a statement for myself. And in this statement, I said bold things like, I am Mindy Deeble, a sharp, successful business person. Now, you have to know that back then, I was a preschool teacher. I had no business being in business. But the reason why I made this statement is because I was put in a position in a franchise world that all of a sudden I had to go and sell truck bed liners to big dealerships. Scared me to death. I didn't know, I was scared to death. I didn't know anything about business. I didn't even like trucks. Okay. And here I was selling truck bed liners. I was driving a 1988 Chevy Corsica with 1,000,000 miles on it, no air conditioning at that time. Okay. I was scared to death. I didn't know how I was going to pay my mortgage, but here I was all of a sudden put in a position. And, a mentor told me many years ago, you can overcome anything. Okay. If you have problems, you can overcome any problem that you have. You just personally have to outgrow that problem. And so I decided, okay, I've got to grow. I've got to figure this out. And I'm going to make a statement for myself as if it's already happened. Okay. So the first thing I want you to do is make a statement or some kind of vision about what you're creating. So for me, it was, I am Mindy Deeble, a sharp, successful business person. I get what I want. I talk to people everywhere I go. I love people. I have products and services that everyone needs and desires. They want what I have. I own a cabin on the lake with wave runners, snowmobiles, boats. I drive a black, shiny Porsche. Now, I said all these things because these were the things that I wanted. Did I have all these things? No, not even close, okay? But these were the things that I wanted. And I knew in order to have them, I first had to be that person before I was ever going to have those results. So in my statement, I said bold things. I make $100,000 a month. I drive a black shiny Porsche, okay, with air conditioning, okay? And I started picturing this. And then in the end of my statement, I had a little mantra, Mindy Deeble, nothing can stop you, nothing. You look good, you feel good, you're enthusiastic, you are persistent. Failure can't cope with persistence. You have what it takes. Go forward, just do it. I would slam my Chevy Corsica door. I would walk into those dealerships and I would close everybody in the room because I knew where I was going. I had it in front of me. And here's what's happened, okay? I was introduced to this industry because of that statement. See, once you make a definite decision, the universe will respond. The people will come to you, the vehicle will come to you, the resources will come to you. Just like I said, it's not about your ability, it's about your commitment. Are you committed to creating what you wrote down on that paper? Make a statement for yourself and you can manifest that. Will this take work? Absolutely. Okay. So if you have a work ethic, you have a desire, and you know where you're going, you can create whatever you want. So number 1 key to success, focus. Have a focus in front of you. Be intentional about what you're creating. That is what the 3%ers have. They manifest that in their life, okay? The second thing, confidence. Confidence is so important, okay? Top producers, they have confidence. And how people struggle is they feel like I don't have the ability to do it. Like I told you before, it's not about your ability. You already have what it takes. If you have the dream, okay, then you already have what it takes to make it happen. And here's what will happen. Maybe just like there were certain skills that I didn't have, but because I had a commitment, then the people came to me to fulfill what I needed to have happen. You already have what it takes. The resources will come to you. The people will come to you as long as you have the drive and the commitment. Then it's not about your ability, it's about your commitment. The third thing that stops people is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of rejection. Oh my gosh, you guys, you have to know. I'll never forget when I first got in this industry, I was scared to death to go connect and talk to people. I remember making my list and my mentor sat down with me. I'm going to show you how pathetic I was, but my mentor sat down with me and she said, listen, we're going to call these people and I'm going to help you get customers. Now, back then we had to make phone calls, okay? Because this was 18 years ago. We didn't have social media to go into the, messenger or anything. And we didn't even have text messages, okay? I was literally making phone calls. But here's what I did. I pretended to make phone calls for 2.5 hours. All of these people are making calls. And do you know how hard it is to pretend to make calls? That was me. Okay. I was literally pretending to call my aunt, to call my sister. And by the way, I didn't get any customers that night. And you know why? Because I didn't make any calls, really. I didn't talk to anybody. So here's what I will tell you. When you start connecting with people and you just face those fears, then everything will go away. Action conquers fear. Do you realize that I sat there and stressed about it for almost 4 weeks, cried about it, told my husband it wasn't going to work, but I hadn't really done anything because I stressed about it. And then in one day, I got 20 customers in 2 hours because I just, bit the bullet and I just did it. So action will conquer fear. Just take action. And Kevin Hart says this very best, okay? That fear or discomfort that you feel, that's the dragon that is guarding the gold. There is gold there for you. So go slay that dragon every single day, face that fear, face that danger, and just go after it. You've got this. Okay, number 4, the fourth thing that stops people is other people's opinions. You guys, my whole family thought I was crazy to do this. My sister said that she knew people that did this and they didn't make any money. My dad told me that nobody makes any money in network marketing. It's only the people at the top. My brother laughed at me. My brother-in-law told me that he would never be a network marketer. He was very ignorant about network marketing. And you guys, I almost didn't do this because I thought if I can't even talk my sister into it, my best friend, my dad, by the way, my mom made me cry because she wouldn't be my customer, those kinds of things, right? But I just decided, man, if I can't talk them into it, then how am I ever going to do this? And then I realized, you know what, though? If I buy into their opinions, I'm buying into their lifestyle and they're all broke. I'm broke as well. I don't want that lifestyle. So I realized I've got to find somebody who has the lifestyle that I want and buy into their opinions. And I will tell you that it changed everything for me. Okay, so here's my advice. When it comes to your finances, who are you listening to? Make sure they have the lifestyle that they want and don't listen to broke people, right? Unless you want to be broke. That's what I realized. Now, I have to tell you, all of those people that thought I was crazy, they all love this industry today. And they respect me for doing this. Some of them because they got started and they also did very well with it later on down the road when they saw my commitment, right? Others, because I was able to do things for them that because I went and chased my dreams and did that, but they all respect me today because of that. And so who are you listening to? Nobody else was paying my bills but me. And that was really important. So just go make it happen. And here's what I will say. In order to get into the 3%, you have to be willing to do what 97% of the people are not willing to do. So if 97% of the people around you think you're crazy, you're actually on the right track. Keep going, okay? Be excited about that. Okay, last but not least, this is going to take work. Stephen Hogan says this best. Okay, you can't have $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic. This is going to take work, right? But if you have a work ethic, if you have a desire to have more in your life, we have an incredible vehicle for you to win. Okay, so that is step 2, right? It's all right here. The difference between the 3% and the 97%. Step 3, create your testimony. Now, a lot of people, they get started and they think they have to be this big salesperson to do this. I'm not a salesperson. In fact, I was a preschool teacher when I got in this industry. Okay. But do you know that every single day you sell people on your beliefs, on the things that you love every single day? For example, how many of you have ever gone to a great movie and you told people about it, right? And you didn't feel like you were selling somebody. You were just like, oh my gosh, Melanie, you're crazy if you don't go see this movie. Like, it's amazing. Like, you're going to love it, right? And you convince somebody to go see a movie. Or like a restaurant, right? You went to a great restaurant and you're like, Fran, you got to go to this restaurant. Oh my gosh, if you love steak or if you love, salads or whatever it is, like, you're telling them about it and you're passionate about it. So here's what will happen for you. You don't have to be a salesperson to do this. You've got to be excited about what you have your hands on. And how do you get excited about it? You got to use the products, right? This is so important. So I say get on auto ship with our products and use the products. Don't just order the products and let them sit on the shelf, right? Start using the products so you can create your own testimony. For me, for example, I can't live without our Transform or our digestive enzymes or actually any of our products. People ask me all the time, which one is your favorite product? That is kind of like asking me, out of your 4 children, which one of your kids is your favorite child? I can't tell you which one is my favorite child. I love them all. Okay. It's the same with these products. I love them all. And I kind of think you're crazy if you don't use them. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying? It's very easy for me to convince somebody to use them because they have changed my life. Now, those of you who are on and you're thinking, man, I got to use the products before I start talking to people. No, you don't. Here's the cool thing. We have a Facebook group of over 100,000 people in the group where you can rely on their testimonies while you are getting your products. In fact, we have a gentleman, Aaron Parker, who hit Ruby before he even got the products to his house, okay? Because he relied on all of these testimonials. And then when he got the products, now, of course, he has his own testimonial about the products. So start sharing, but also create your testimony. Does that sound good? Okay, now step 4, share. How do we connect with people? What do I say to my sister, to my brother, to somebody that I don't even know online, but I've been following them? How many of you have people online that you're like, oh my gosh, I would love for this person to be my business partner? I know that they don't know me, but I would love for them to be my partner, right? You've just been following them. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so let me, we actually have taken all of the work out of this for you, okay? I mean, this will take work, but I'm going to tell you exactly what to say to people. In fact, we have inviting scripts. Where this is years and years of experience, okay, on what to say. Now, I've put my favorite scripts here. And I actually have 2 favorite scripts, and I don't deviate from them. These ones that say, hey, John, these are like you first getting started. And these actually came from a top producer in our company, Aaron Parker, who hit diamond in 60 days. Okay, so you can kind of see what he is saying. But here's my number 1 script for people that I know. Okay, so you have people in your life that you know really well, like maybe it's a close sister or friend. And everybody that is close to you, they've already told you their pain points. Okay, everybody has a couple of pain points. And one of them is either regarding their health or somebody else's health in their family or finances. And they most likely told you about it. So for example, I have a close friend who When I first got in this industry 18 years ago, my friend had a daughter who had diabetes. She was just diagnosed with diabetes and she wasn't sure how she was going to pay those medical bills. And she told me about it. So when I got in this industry, I knew that she wanted to make more money. So I called her up and invited her to my grand opening event by saying, Kara, listen, I've been thinking about you. You know how you've been trying to pay, or you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay Carrie's medical bills? I found a solution. What are you doing this Saturday at 2 o'clock? That's when I was going to have my grand opening. Now, maybe, you know somebody that's told you about a health issue that they have. For example, I have two sisters, one that is lactose intolerant, another one that's gluten intolerant. So I knew these digestive enzymes were going to help them tremendously. So when I got started with Trinant and we had our enzymes launch, I called my sisters and I said, Jose, listen, I've been thinking about you. You know how, you have a hard time with any kind of milk products. I found the most amazing thing for digestive issues. It's incredible. What are you doing this Saturday at 2 o'clock? Invite them to your overview. Okay. So any kind of health issue or anything they told you about. I have a coworker who back 18 years ago, I had a coworker friend who said, Mindy, I've just got to somehow figure out how I can be home with my kids. I want to quit my job, be home with my kids. So I knew that about her. How many of you know somebody that wants to make more money? They already told you that, right? So I called Deb up and I said, Deb, listen, I've been thinking about you. You know how you've been trying to figure out how to, walk away from your job and be home with your kids? I found a solution. What are you doing this Saturday at 2 o'clock? Invite them to your overview. Okay, so you are going to, we have overviews every single night you can invite to, or you can have your mentor do an overview specifically with you. But the goal again is 15 people in front of it, right? Okay, now I won't go through all these scripts because we'll be here all night. Okay, but I am going to show you one that I really love for people that I don't know very well or at all. Okay, so on social media, you have people that maybe you see, maybe they motivate you, maybe you just love some of their posts. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to like on their posts, follow them a little bit. I'm not saying follow them for a year, but you've been watching them. Okay. You kind of get to know them. And then I'll just, love on one of their posts, take a screenshot of it, and then in Messenger, send them a little message like, hey, Susan, I love this, and show them this screenshot of the post that you just loved on. And then just say this. This may sound totally crazy, but you keep your business options open and wait for their response. Now, some of you are like, that's all you do? That's how simple it is. My favorite question is, do you keep your business options open? Go straight to the point. People love it when you do, by the way. And now you notice that here I say, wait for their response. This is really important. Now, of course, if you're making a phone call to them, you naturally wait for them to respond. Like if I ask Deanna a question and I'm on the phone with her, I'm going to wait for her to respond back to me. I'm not just going to go right into something. But if you're sending a message through Messenger, a lot of times people want to continue to send messages. How many of you have ever had somebody send you a bunch of messages and you almost felt like you got spammed, right? You never wanted them to send you a video. You didn't tell them to send you a video, but all of a sudden they're sending you all this stuff and it's like, you feel spammed. None of us want to feel spammed, right? So wait for them to respond back to you. If you ask them a question, then wait till they respond back. Now, if they don't respond, within a time frame, whether it be 8 hours, 24 hours, whatever, then ask them the same question again. Hey, Melanie, did you get my last message? What are you doing this Thursday night at 6 o'clock? Whatever question you asked them the last time, ask them the same question again. Okay, this is really important. Okay, so I'm going to go back to this and so that you can kind of see. Now, here's some other ones that are really awesome. If you're just getting started, you could say something like, hey, John, I just launched with a brand new business. When I go all in, I go big. So I wanted to reach out to you and see if you'd like info to check it out and be one of my top people on my team. Okay. You can say something like this. So anyway, you can go through these scripts and use this. Here's where people get hung up when they start asking questions. Now I am going to stop this for a minute. I'm going to give you 2 tips. First of all, people like to hear your voice. This is really important. So what I recommend in Messenger, don't just send a text, instead send a voice text. If you don't know how to do that, ask your mentor, okay? But send a voice text so they hear your excitement, because most people walk around in a bad mood, okay? And if you're sending them an exciting message, but it's in a text message, they're not going to read that excited. They're going to read it in a bad mood, and you don't want them to read it in a bad mood. So be excited in your voice text. Now, if they don't respond back to you, then the next message you could say, hey, Kim, did you get my last voice text? And you can ask them the question in text. Okay, does that make sense? This is important. Okay, the second thing is you notice that in all of these scripts, I am not being the expert. Like, we're not saying the name of the company. We're not saying, that we have digestive enzymes and that we have a sugar to fiber product. And we're not saying all that stuff. Why are we not saying all that? Because we want them to see it the same way that you did. So you don't have to be the expert. The very best thing you can do is say very little. And in fact, don't answer any questions that they don't ask. This is really important. And actually, what Aaron Parker says, who went diamond in his first 60 days, don't answer any questions. I'm going to show you how not to answer any questions. You guys want to see how not answer really any questions? Let me show you. Okay, so if they say, well, what is this? This is what I will say. It's a niche we have in the health arena. We just launched a revolutionary product that is unbelievable. I can't wait for you to hear about this. Can I count on you jumping on the Zoom tonight at 6 o'clock? Okay, don't go into anything else. Then if they say, well, can you tell me more about it? Yes, that's what tonight is for. Can I count on you jumping on the Zoom? Notice I didn't really answer it. I just said that's what tonight's for. Can I count on you jumping on the Zoom? Well, is this one of those things? Well, what things? Well, like, is this a pyramid? Well, why are you looking to get into one? No. Great, you're going to love this. If they say yes, still say, great, you're going to love this, because obviously this is not a pyramid. That would be illegal, right? And they don't know what that means. And so your job is to say, can I count on you jumping on the Zoom tonight at 6 o'clock? If they say, is this network marketing? You guys be excited about that. Absolutely. What is it networking today? Okay. It's networking at its finest. If you're on social media, you're doing this, but you're not getting paid for this. You have to see this the same way that I did. Can I count on you jumping on the Zoom tonight at 6 o'clock? Well, I'm too busy. I know, that's exactly why I reached out to you. This is an incredible way for you to leverage yourself. Can I count on you jumping on the Zoom tonight at 6? Well, I don't have any money. I know, that's exactly why I reached out to you. This is an incredible way for you to make some money. Can I count on you jumping on the Zoom tonight at 6? Well, what's the investment? 45 minutes of your time. Can I count on you jumping on the Zoom tonight at 6? Well, is there a website you can send me to? No, you're going to get all of the information tonight. Can I count on you jumping on the Zoom tonight at 6? Okay, now why am I not sending them to our website? Let me tell you why, okay? Because when you send them to the website, what are they going to see? They're going to, I don't even have the bottles in front of me. They're going to just see a bottle, okay? They're going to see bottles, and bottles don't talk. They're not going to understand how powerful these products are, what we're doing, that timing's everything in business, that we have a niche. You want to see them, or you want them to see this the same way that you did. And so your job is to simply say, no, that's why I'm inviting you to this Zoom, so that you can see this the same way that I did. This is huge. Now, if you invite them and they don't show up, remember I told you half will flake on you. That's okay. It doesn't mean they don't want to see this. People are super busy. What you're going to do is, I'm going to show you really quick. If they didn't jump on the Zoom after they said they would, then you're going to reach out to them like the very next day or even that night after and say, oh my gosh, Susan, I missed you last night, or I missed you tonight. I love you too much for you to miss out on this, or you can't miss out on this. Okay. Can I send you some info, or what time today can you jump on a quick 5-minute call with me and my business partner? Promise I will make this worth your time. Okay. And then get them on a call with your upline mentor to share quickly why about Charnot. Okay. Or get them on the overview the next night, but get back with them. Follow up is key. Okay. Now we are almost done, I promise, because I know this has gone a little long. Step 5 is, what is step 5? Oh, social media. Okay. Step 5 is social media. Okay, so I'm not going to get into this, but here's what I can tell you. Okay, there are 4.8 billion people online. Okay, now if you're wondering what to share, okay, by the way, I said you can send them a quick 10-minute video. So if they didn't jump on, you can actually send them a quick 10-minute video from our top producing Red Diamond, Kylie Riegler. She has an incredible one. Here's the link to it. I will copy this, paste it, and put it in the chat box for you. Okay, how about that? And you can use that. But this is something that you can share. Okay, why didn't it do that? Sorry, guys. Well, it's not letting me do that. Oh, I'm pasting it into my slides. I'm just showing you that if I can do this, you can all do this. This is when I need my assistant here. Maybe just type this out, you guys. I'm sorry. This is the link for you to get the video, but now you have it twice and I can't erase that. Okay, but you've got the link there for the 10-minute video. Your mentor should have it as well, but for some reason you don't have it. It's right there. Okay, let's talk about social media really quick. First of all, we have an incredible program, okay, for you to get messages every day, to start posting, to start, marketing you as a professional. And so you're going to want to first download the Shout app. And then we have a link that you can get to. So get with your mentor to get to this, the social media messaging, okay? And that is right here with this link to get you rocking and rolling. And then we also have a Telegram chat that has, awesome social media experts that you can literally copy and paste and put in your stories and everything to rock and roll. So your mentor will get you that info to our social media platform every single day. And then we have a system for you to grow your business, to continue to connect. And I'm not going to go into the details, but find out about our daily 5. Once you hit that Jeep position, then you're going to learn more about how to connect, how to grow through social media. We also have lots of trainings. Every Monday and Wednesday, we do trainings to help you grow, rock and roll, and get your business going. Okay, so I just want to make sure you have access to that, know about that, to get rocking. And then step 6 is get plugged into our system. Like I said, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. We have an incredible Facebook group that you can plug into. It's powerplayers.team. And we give you all the events and everything we have going on. For example, tomorrow night, we have top producing Red Diamond doing an overview that you can plug into. You get the people in front of him, he's going to help you get them signed up. Thursday morning, we have top producing Red Diamond, Sonara Brown, and I training you on how to launch a brand new associate into massive momentum, how to do a Facebook Live. So for you that is just learning, and wanting to do an awesome Facebook Live, Sonara is the best at these Facebook Lives. We're going to teach you how to do that Thursday morning at 8 a.m. And then Thursday night, we have top producing Blue Diamond, Miss Jennifer Dowd, doing another overview. You get the people in front of her, she will sign them up, So you want to get plugged into all of these events. And then Monday morning, we have Mojo Monday. Okay. Where again, another training event to get your business rocking. And then again, just what we did tonight. Okay. We have this every Tuesday night. So you can plug into all these events. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So what is your call to action? Call your mentor. Okay. Call your mentor right now. Schedule your Facebook Live with your mentor. Make a list of 50 people. Go to your phone, go to your Facebook, make a list of 50 people. And your goal is this week, let's get 15 people in front of it in the next 7 days to get you to Jade in the next couple of weeks to get rocking and rolling. You guys, I am so excited for you. No doubt you can do big things. You are going to get customers, you're going to get business partners. How you're going to do that, you get the people in front of it. We're going to help you sign them up and get rocking and rolling. So remember, this is not about your ability. This is about your commitment. Make your, get your goals in front of you. Make that statement for yourself. I promise you that you are the director, you are the producer, you are the screenwriter of your life. And if you don't like the script you've written up to this point, that's okay. We can rip that up and let's write a new script, but make your script and decide that you have the power, you have the vehicle. Let's make 2024 your very best year ever. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I will see all of you at all of our events that we have going on. Thank you again, everybody. Deanna, thanks again for helping me tonight. You are always amazing. And
Absolutely.
we'll see all of you at all of our events we have going on this week. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks again.